What are some of my spectators? You can call me Mr. Psycho, Norman Bates, Alfred Hitchcock fan, or horror film fan, or Halloween fan, or Halloween holiday fan, because it's time for, let's, because to get in the spirit of Halloween, let's review Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock Psycho, 1960 film, highest grossing film, 1960, very classic, very scary, very thrilling, very suspenseful. And I tell you, people, it's like one of the best horror movies of the 1960s. I don't know if that was the only horror. No, that was definitely not the only horror movie that came out in the 1960s. But, one of the best movies in the 1960s. Along with 101 Dalmatians, Mary Poppins, Midnight Cowboy. I mean, although those other movies I just named right now aren't horror films, but when it comes to 1960 movies, that you love so much, you can't exclude Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. So let's get on with this. So here, the movie came out in 1960, way before I was born, before my dad or mom were even born. My grandparents were alive, obviously. None of my mom's siblings were alive yet at the time. My some of my dad's older siblings were already alive at the time. Some were about in elementary school and they could understand at the time. So I wonder what it was like for them. And yeah, it was one of those thrilling and unexpected, twisty movies. Even though it was based on a novel by Robert Bloch, who's unfortunately dead now, so I won't be able to meet that guy, but I would have loved to. And Albert Hitchcock is dead too, so I won't be able to meet him too. But Vera Miles is still alive. Janet Leigh's dead, unfortunately. Anthony Perkins is dead. John Gavin only died almost a year ago. Last school year he died, unfortunately. Rest in peace. But Vera Miles, I'm going to try to meet before she dies. She's in good health, so she won't die anytime soon. And here's the cover. Once again, one of the greatest movies of all time. Front, see the Psycho. This is like the 50th anniversary edition of Psycho, and I only ordered this last year. And it's been like 58 years since this movie came out, and once 2019 hits, it's gonna be on the verge of reaching its 59th anniversary, and the following year, it's gonna reach its 60th anniversary, and I actually can't wait for that, honestly. So here's the front. Here's the front. You can see Bates Motel right there, building the sign. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Psycho. Here's the logo of the title. Psycho. You can see it split. And it's supposed to symbolize how Norman Bates is a psychopath. Split personality disorder. And here we go. Here's the side. This says Psycho and stuff like that. Here's the back. And I'm trying to get it a good shot. Right here, if you can read, yeah, feel free to pause and read right there. This is better. Here, pause and read. Yeah, better. And there's Anthony Perkins right there. There's Janet Leigh right there. Late Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. Awesome bonus features. Alfred Hitchcock's most shocking film. Alfred Hitchcock's most shocking film, and you can see the cast crew. It is rated R, obviously. It's 1 hour 49 minutes. 109 minutes. Really interesting. Here's the inside of it. Here's the desk. I like the color they chose for the desk. I think it kind of suits it. It's a black and white movie. They did not release a color version yet. I mean, people have colorized certain scenes, but I don't know if they'll ever come out with a color version. But if they ever do, I'll get a copy of that version. Maybe for the 60th anniversary. You know, we should start a petition. I actually just thought of that right now. We should start a petition to have them release a colored version of Psycho for the 60th anniversary, since that's the next milestone anniversary coming up at the moment. We have to get through the 59th anniversary first, but that's not a milestone. Like, and if we get enough signatures, they should be able to. They should do it. We should tell them to do it. Like, I don't know what the minimum amount of signatures has to be, but yeah, well, let's start a petition. So you're like, it's about. So you're probably wondering, what is this about? For those of you who don't know what it's about. And now, no worries if you don't know what it's about. I'll tell you, fill you in. So it's about this. You know, well, actually, I don't know if I really should spoil it for you. Alright, if you want me to spoil it, stay on. If you want to be surprised, like, want to see the movie yourself, it'll probably take away a little, the suspense and surprise for the story that makes you enjoy the movie, if I tell you before you see the movie, for those of you who didn't see the movie and don't know what it's about. So, if you don't want it spoiled, stuff like that, I'm warning you right now, you probably should get off this video and don't continue watching until after you see the movie. Alright, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright, here we go. So, it's about this girl named Marion Crane. She illegally steals like $10,000, and on the way, she stops by this motel run by a guy named Norman Bates, who seems like a nice guy. So he's like, you're welcome to spend the night in one of the motel rooms if you want, which he offers her, which she accepts. First night she stays, she tries to take a shower. Unknown to her, a psycho with a knife and scary clothing but sneaks up behind her while she's in the shower, opens the curtain, kills her with a knife by stabbing her multiple times, just like that, leaving a big, awesome crime scene, interesting crime scene for forensic investigators and police officers to use to investigate and find evidence, stuff like that. But Norman